You can call me Arthur Twiggs, and today we're going to talk about digital cryptocurrencies. So, what is cryptocurrency, or digital assets, or simply crypto as it is often referred to? And why should you learn about it? I'm going to give you the obvious top 3 reasons, but here's a hint. Crypto is here to stay and is going to be a new form of money. You need to know about the future of crypto and the decline of the current paper money dollar form of system. Allow me to begin with a disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. The content in my YouTube videos is for educational purposes only, and I merely give my personal opinions. In order to make the best financial decision that suits your own needs, first, you must conduct your own research, and second, seek the advice of licensed financial advisors if necessary. So, what is cryptocurrency? Remember the early days of the internet and the dot-com era of the 90s involving companies like Google, Amazon, AOL, eBay, YouTube, Twitter, and many, many more. And how many of us may have missed the giant financial rewards of that revolution? Well, there's a new crypto revolution out there now that will be much bigger than that time, and it will involve all of the aspects of money, stocks, bonds, gold, real estate, credit networks, voting, smart contracts, derivatives, and the list goes on. We are talking about every transaction that now takes place in the world, all the world's money. According to New Digital Culture, Bitcoin is currently the star of the crypto space, again after hitting a new all-time high on some exchanges yesterday. At the moment of writing this article, Bitcoin was trading at $19,300. And there are many savvy insiders with financial investment firms, banks, and exchanges that are gearing up for a Bitcoin and predict that it will reach $1 million within the next 2 to 5 years. They also say the mainstream use of cryptocurrency is getting stronger with each passing day. Reuters reported yesterday that the S&P Dow Jones indexes will launch cryptocurrency in 2021. They hope that more reliable pricing data will make it easier for investors to assess this new asset class. Yes, again, cryptocurrency is a new asset class. And this action by the S&P Dow Jones will make it much easier for the everyday investor to stay informed and trade cryptos. Everybody get ready. This crypto train has left the station and is speeding down the technology tracks. It is about to leave the old paper money systems behind. The digital crypto age is not speculative. One example of this is with the global investment and financial advisory services company Guggenheim Partners. They're about to place as much as $500 million into Bitcoin and other cryptos. They have based this investment on extensive research and know that the crypto digital wave is moving rapidly. Other companies like Grayscale, Goldman Sachs, Uphold, Merrill Lynch, iTrust Capital, and many, many more are hot on the same crypto path. So, what is cryptocurrency? Maybe you have thought of it as a hoax or a conspiracy. Well, it's definitely not. Here we go. Let's dig in and tell you why. Cryptocurrency is a new form of digital money. Bitcoin is the most popular, but there are others that will be, according to some experts, much larger, such as XRP and Stellar. We will talk more about that in future videos on the top 5 leaders in crypto. Hopefully you will tune in to them. Bitcoin was introduced in 2008 by an anonymous creator. Some call him Satoshi, but no one really knows who the inventor was. Blockchain was also invented a little earlier and was designed to be a peer-to-peer payment system that enabled users to send digital money at lightning speed. Here's more detail about the blockchain from Vice News.
Programmer Satoshi Nakamoto, who in 2009 created Bitcoin, a decentralized digital currency run by no one entity and beyond the control of any one government. But Nakamoto, whose true identity remains a well-guarded secret, faced an obvious problem. If no physical currency exists, who tracks the ownership of a digital coin? To solve this, he created the blockchain, software that records and stores information, like who owns a Bitcoin, on a decentralized ledger shared across millions of computers. It can't be changed, and it's nearly impossible to hack.
There are two types of digital cryptocurrencies: centralized and decentralized. The core principle of a decentralization cryptocurrency means that no single institution, country, or bank manages the cryptocurrency. There is a fixed amount of coins, and there will never be any more. Their value is dependent on supply and demand, just like gold. People in the know are now referring to some decentralized cryptos as a store of value. Bitcoin is an example of decentralized cryptocurrency, store of value. Other decentralized cryptos are also stores of value, but have a defined use case. Bitcoin has no other use case. An example of another fantastic crypto is XRP, which not only is a store of value, but also has the very best use case of all cryptos, the movement of money and all other forms of assets, plus, soon to be, smart contracts. Crypto users trust a ledger-based decentralized currency because the decentralization provides easy traceability, transparency of transactions, and are relatively less prone to cyber attacks. To repeat, decentralized means no single entity manages the cryptocurrency. Other major coins that fall into this category are Ripple, Stellar, Tron, VeChain, and many others. So, what is a centralized cryptocurrency? It is one that where a majority of the supply of coins and assets is managed by a single entity, like a country. The majority of the crypto community does not support centralized cryptocurrency because there is no ceiling on the amount of crypto money that you can have. Does this sound familiar with all of the printing of money that is going on right now with the Federal Reserve and the Treasury Department? All major countries are now in the process of creating their own centralized digital currency or crypto. China, England, Italy, and many of the islands have already created theirs, and the United States will follow soon. Many think that the next stimulus distribution of money to the American citizens will be in the form of digital dollars. The controller of the currency has already cleared the way for a digital dollar and has issued a directive to all banks in the United States to become equipped to handle deposits and exchanges of both centralized and decentralized cryptocurrency. Have you noticed lately that the retail stores and banks are getting very short on quarters, nickels, dimes, pennies, and even paper currency? Perhaps the digital cryptocurrency movement is being spurred on faster by the current COVID crisis. What is better, decentralized or centralized currency? Most experts support the idea of decentralization, but the crypto movement might not accelerate to full capacity until most major countries have their digital cryptos in place. Also, there are two major types of digital cryptocurrencies: those that are mined, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and those that are proof of stake, like XRP, Stellar, Tron, and VeChain. Most experts agree that the very best cryptos are those that are proof of stake. And why is that? Proof of stake is thousands of times faster than mining type cryptos and use only a small fraction of the electricity that a mining crypto uses, which makes it more eco-friendly. Bitcoin currently is the largest by market cap, using the mining process for verification and consensus of transactions. This is very different from mining as you think of it, such as for coal, gold, or diamonds. Mining cryptocurrencies involves mighty computers solving complex problems. To put it simply, mining is a process of record keeping done through the use of computers' processing power. So in order to be a miner of cryptocurrency, you need to process things fast. With a powerful computer, and this process involves a huge amount of electricity. I am not sure how this was determined, but one source recently stated that in one day of Bitcoin mining, computers use as much electricity as New York City uses on a daily basis. Wow, that is unreal. And that again is one of the major reasons that proof of stake coins like XRP will be the largest and most utilized in the future. Watch Cointelegraph's instructional Bitcoin mining video.
What is Bitcoin mining? Bitcoin operates as a peer-to-peer network. This means that everyone who uses Bitcoin is a tiny fraction of the bank of Bitcoin. But where do Bitcoins come from? With paper money, a government decides when to print and distribute money. Bitcoin doesn't have a central government. With Bitcoin, miners use special software to solve math problems and are issued a certain number of Bitcoins in exchange. This provides a smart way to issue the currency and also creates an incentive for more people to mine. And since miners are required to approve Bitcoin transactions, more miners means a more secure network. The Bitcoin network automatically changes the difficulty of the math problems, depending on how fast they're being solved. In the early days, Bitcoin miners solved these math problems with the processors in their computers. Soon, miners discovered that graphics cards used for gaming were much better suited to this kind of math. Graphics cards are faster, but they use more electricity and generate a lot of heat. The first commercial Bitcoin mining products included chips that were reprogrammed for mining Bitcoin. These chips were faster, but still power-hungry. ASIC, or Application-Specific Integrated Circuit chips, are designed specifically for Bitcoin mining. ASIC technology has made Bitcoin mining even faster while using less power. As the popularity of Bitcoin increases, more miners join the network, making it more difficult for individuals to solve the math problems. To overcome this, miners have developed a way to work together in pools. Pools of miners find solutions faster than their individual members, and each miner is rewarded proportionate to the amount of work he or she provides. Mining is an important and integral part of Bitcoin that ensures fairness while keeping the Bitcoin network stable, safe, and secure. For more information about Bitcoin mining, visit bitcoinmining.com.
Miners serve the crypto community by confirming every transaction and making sure that every single one of them is legitimate. Miners compete with one another using software written specifically to mine blocks. Every time a new block is sealed off, meaning that a miner has successfully created a correct hash sequence, he or she gets a reward. Unfortunately, as the cost of mining Bitcoin continues to rise, the system is becoming more centralized. Originally, everyone could mine Bitcoin with their home computer, and this made the distribution of the network much larger. Currently, it is said that China controls over 50% of the mining for Bitcoin, and the balance of the mining is spread all around the world. That appears to be a security problem. Some feel that it is, and also think that this is why XRP, Stellar, and other proof-of-stake type coins are the crypto wave of the future. I am inclined to agree with them. Here's a clip from Vice News about the expensive nature of mining for cryptocurrency.
The big thing about mining in general is that it's not one single central entity that validates all the transactions. The miners all over the world are validating them.
So this server farm on this kind of moonscape of Iceland, this might replace a central bank.
It's not only replacing, actually, it's making a central entity obsolete.
So, what is happening with banks during the crypto revolution? No more banks? Are you kidding me? There will be still a need for banks to custody cryptos and process transactions. Most governments do not want to have centralized currencies out of their control, and some, like China, see it as a threat to their national security, while other countries see the benefit. For example, Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, according to an article in Consultra, Dubai is the lead of all countries in regard to cryptocurrency. Dubai launched the world's first state-backed cryptocurrency in 2017, known as Mcash. Mcash tokens run on their own native blockchain and can be used for many services like coffee, children's school fees, utility charges, or money transfers. And with this giant step, Dubai is set to become the world's first blockchain-powered government by 2020. There are other countries in close pursuit of Dubai: Venezuela, Estonia, Russia, Sweden, and Japan. According to Consultra, Japan is one of the most welcoming countries for cryptocurrencies in the Asian region and has also been contemplating cryptocurrency since 2017. If Silicon Valley was the epicenter of the internet revolution, at this stage, Dubai and Japan certainly appear to be far ahead of the rest of the world, including the United States. But I might add, some experts feel that the United States is well on top of things and is just laying back for some reason. Who knows? In addition to mining, other type cryptos like XRP, Stellar, Tron, and VeChain utilize proof-of-stake technology.
Proof of stake is an alternative method of creating blocks in a blockchain compared to proof of work. In proof of stake, the block producers are called validators instead of miners. Validators must put down a deposit or stake in order to participate in the process of block creation. In proof of work, miners compete to create a block simultaneously, and the first one to produce a valid block is the winner and gets the block reward. This is usually the party with the most computation power. In proof of stake, validators are chosen based on some selection algorithm that takes their stake into account. Once a validator is selected, they have the exclusive right to create a block. The other validators are not wasting energy doing any computational work since they are not selected. This will dramatically reduce the energy consumption compared to proof-of-work mining and is much better for the environment. In addition, if the validator misbehaves, then they will lose their stake. This gives the validators the incentive to behave honestly.
So, what can cryptocurrency do for you? You may not believe it at this point of your understanding, but crypto could be a more secure place for your money in this age of identity theft. Crypto transactions limit the amount of transaction data to mere numbers, also known as cryptocurrency wallet addresses. A cryptocurrency payment processor, acting as a third party, will typically require your name and shipping address for the delivery of physical goods, but the rest of your information will remain private. Cryptocurrencies also allow for low to no banking fees. You know how your everyday government-based money is reserved in banks, and that you need an ATM or a connection to a bank to get more of it or transfer it to other people. Well, with cryptocurrencies, you do not have to use banks or a centralized middleman. That's because cryptocurrencies rely on the blockchain, which we discussed is a decentralized, meaning no single entity, bank, or institution is in charge of it. Instead, every computer in the network confirms the transactions, and the more computers on the network, the more secure your money. Also, using cryptocurrencies while traveling adds an extra layer of security and can be used as a remote source of emergency funds, and that can be accessed without an ID, a bank account, credit cards, a wire transfer, or even a personal computer device. In my next few shows, we'll deepen the discussion about digital cryptos, and I'll discuss the top 5 cryptocurrency exchanges, as well as the top 5 cryptocurrencies that you may want to consider. In my opinion, cryptocurrency is not a hoax, conspiracy, or a fantasy, but in fact, the next big revolution. I strongly recommend that you study up on this, on this new and exciting technology and revolution. Before I leave you today, I'd like to share a poem that inspires me and hopefully you too. It's called If by Rudyard Kipling, and I just think it is timeless and very appropriate for a lot of people right now. This version is brought to us by Red Frost Motivation and read by Shane Morris.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose, and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and, which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
I hope you enjoyed that. And just to remind you, my show will continue to be about all of the things I wonder about. My mind just cannot stop. I want to know the answers. Is cryptocurrency going to be bigger than the dot-com era? Absolutely. I feel that it will. And you should find out more about it. It is the future of money and all kinds of other assets that we deal with. Join me for my next video where I will discuss the top 5 crypto coins and the top 5 crypto exchanges. Thank you for listening.